From the moment a person starts moving until the time they stop, there's a rhythm and a flow state where all the senses are firing. I go to the mountains to find joy and perspective, but unfortunately injury can happen, and if it does, it'll prevent me from going to my happy place. It's within that space I think I can help. Hi, my name is Andrew Fast, member of the Sportiva mountain running team and doctor of physical therapy. Wanted to talk about hamstring pain, the proximal insertion. I was battling this last year building up for a race in Alaska, and it just kind of seemed to be a low hum and it would just not go away. And these can be stubborn. In the clinic, I've come up with a couple exercises that I go to and kind of a progression that I want to take you through that worked for me. And it actually starts with just some iso holds on the mat here. So what you'll do is bridge up, pretty neutral here, and you're just going to hold that for 60 seconds. 60 seconds goes by. This is where I start. Do that for about a week. You're doing that 3 to 5 times a day for 60 seconds. As pain goes down and as you can tolerate, extend the knee out a little bit longer. Take the hips up again, digging heels in, trying to contract back here, holding nice and strong. If that starts to get easier, we can come up here and you can go just onto one leg, onto the affected leg. Single leg, 60 seconds. Same thing, walk it out. Hold that, try not to let the hips drop. 3 to 5 times a day, 60 seconds at a go. Over time, that will get easier. So typically, the hope is around 2 weeks. You can get into some more movements, and I'll typically use sliders here. And what you can do is help it up. So help it up, and then you're going to slowly take one leg down. But I'm putting all my weight through that leg if it was my right leg that's affected. So I would then help it up and then slowly put your weight through that leg. As that gets easier, and you can bump that rep dosage down as far as time, I would go for rep dose 3 rounds of 15 repetitions. And you can also do heel dig walkouts. So kind of a progression from where we started here, but you're going into single leg, momentarily walkouts, trying to stay stable at the hip. As far out as you can go. Bring it back up. In and out 15 times, 3 rounds total. As things progress, one that you can't go without is single leg deadlift. We need to coordinate movement. As the hamstring gets long, we need to be able to control it as it gets short again. So single leg deadlift, I'm reaching across to the opposite side of my body. Right hand goes across, left toes, and you can add that into a runner stance. You can weight that hand and you can go into motions here. You can add dynamic movement to it, but the idea is that you're coordinating movement from your hip there. The tendency for people with hamstring insertion pain is to stretch. I would focus on the isometrics and the movements that we did here, the strengthening piece, to get tissue strength going prior to just sitting there and trying to overstretch it. It's been overstretched enough. What you really need to do is get tensile strength going through the isometrics and then that eccentric, concentric kind of progression that we just went through. Notes on frequency of how to do this will be in the footnotes, but again, we kind of went from time, 60 seconds, and then we went into 3 rounds of 15 repetitions near the end of that. But don't progress before you're out of pain. So isometric should be pain-free, and then you can progress on to the next phase. I hope that helps. Get out there and explore some new trails.